So I want to try something different today. I got this inspiration from Mickey Galvin's YouTube, where she did something similar, which is like a roundup of things she has liked each quarter. So I wanted to do like things in marketing that I've liked, from like campaigns to like videos to like ads I have liked for the first half of the year. So let's get into it. And yeah. So let's get started. I'm going to be showing you like my marketing roundup for the first half of the year in 2025. Like articles I like, to ads I like, to share campaigns I like, all that good stuff. So let's get into it. So first we'll start with an article I like. So I liked this article by Dropbox, which is like the first day. One thing you should notice is that the title itself, it's amazing. It's like, for context, it's like Dropbox is trying to like spotlight a chef that uses, Dropbox and how they use it. So the title is like, order up how getting organized helps this Atlanta chef serve dinner, and a digital playbook. And when you read the article itself, it starts really well, saying parents of picky eaters, you might have to take, you might just have a future chef on your hands. Like the way it progresses, like a story, it doesn't feel like I'm reading a case study or a customer spotlight. It just works. And then when you go, they show like pictures of the chef, the food, and everything. It's just like a really good article I liked from this quarter. So let's go to the next one. So I like this article by Paystack. So this was actually published in December, but I read it in January. So it's basically how Paystack planned their company retreat for 200 people in Nigeria. And it's like super detailed, like with everything you need to know about planning an offsite and everything. It's a long read, but it's like very super detailed. And let's now go down to ads that I liked. So the first on the list is this ad by Chanel. Let's play it.
Okay, so she drives me crazy, and I can't help myself. Wait, what's happening?
So, like, first of all, Dua Lipa is like one of my favorites. So it doesn't help that I like this. But apart from that, too, the thing I like about the ad is that, it's, advertising like a bag, like a new, like this, their new collection of bags. And it doesn't feel like an ad. It feels like, a kind of like those 90s, 80s vibes, music videos sort of. And she's just using the bag in every scene. And it wasn't after I had finished watching the ad. I was like, oh, they're actually advertising this bag. And that was amazing. So I love this ads. Like Chanel also has like one of the best ads for me. So yeah. Let's go to our next. So there's also this Canva ad. So basically, they were saying, how with graphic designers they ask you to make multiple illustrations of a work, and they say, "Oh, make the logo bigger, goes a little too far, and they have like this Bible ad that shows, Canva being bigger. Then there are like several things like it turns out that 16 by 9 was actually what it was actually supposed to be 9. It's like showing like the common, mistakes people make with graphic designs and how Canva can actually help you solve it. So they're now, advertising a feature of like Canva, which is like magic resize. So resize with this, background remover, just kind of like saying like advertising several features of like Canva. And yeah, there's also drag and drops. So I really like this ad as well. So let's go to the next one. So my another ad I like is this one by Pure Leaf. So it's basically they're trying to advertise taking tea breaks. They're like a tea brand. So basically, people try to order their tea and they have to put it in the charging distance and it clocks it. Just kind of like telling people to take a tea break. Or take a break,
All right, I'm giving in. Oh.
But this like, this is like
This has
paid
been an
actors.
enjoyable 10 minutes. I'll give you guys that, Purely.
I was ready to sue someone,
If
but
this
that
were
was
to
actually
happen
really
in
nice.
real life, I would lose my. Okay, let's go. The last ad on my list is this one by Shoe Brand.
Samedi.
Love.
Mais le mardi, 11h, elle est juste là. Lunettes de soleil, espresso, zéro stress. Comme si elle était payée pour exister. Qu'est-ce qu'elle fait? C'est une espionne? Une fleuriste? Une héritière avec un agenda Google. Note à moi-même. Trouver son métier et la marque de ses chaussures. Samedi. Mais le...
Oh my god! So, I don't even understand French. I was watching this ad, just like the Chanel ad. I wasn't sure that, okay, was this an ad? It's not like a story, because like, oh, is it like an influencer that is talking about something? And then I was like, oh, find her shoe dealer. And then I went back, I was like, oh my god, this is actually a shoe brand. And they're just showing the shoes in its shorts, like, this is a perfect example of, telling a story, like showing and not telling. So let's go to the next one. And then now, down for like, social campaigns that I like to, out of door campaigns I liked how Carrywise launched stocks, which is like because they now started to like have investments on the app. So like Carrywise launched stocks, and I really liked how they did the whole launch promotion and all that. So basically, from like the assets that were like on point. The assets were like on point. They started with education, what is stocks. They started with the whole, oh, here's a sneak peek, join the wait list. It looked really good. They said, oh, become a shareholder like me, invest in stocks. It was just a really good campaign. And then when they finally launched stock, after they did the whole teaser thing, I really liked this. The market is open. Are you in? They did like a lot of things on their socials as well. Yeah. It was just like really delightful to see. You don't see people, launch those sort of things like that anymore. And yeah. And okay, I also liked this campaign. So it was about this ketchup brand called Heinz. So they asked people to draw what ketchup looks like. And most of them were drawing like their ketchup bottle, just saying that, people have now associated ketchup with their brand, which is like really amazing. So they now went a step further by now making those drawings into actual bottles, like that edition for people to, buy. And they did like a billboard with it. And that was just like really amazing. Like you can see bottles here. Chef kiss, another chef kiss. So let's go back to, oh my God. So I particularly like this campaign as well. I particularly like this campaign as well. Is Porad had like, it was just amazing copy, by the way. So remember that night we spent on our phones? Me neither. So they're basically asking you to use the camera to capture good moments. And this one says doesn't connect to the cloud, does connect to each other. These are like really good cards. And enough of like they're handwritten, like the copy, which is like really great storytelling. And it's also like very emotional storytelling as well. So yeah. Down to another ad. Another campaign that I liked. This appears twice. Then there's also this one from Nigerian Stock Exchange. So basically, when I saw this ad, it made me want to follow the page and learn more. To tell you, this is how amazing the ad was. So yeah. So basically, they were trying to show you that Dangote sugar is down. Like the stock is down. And there's this illustration of like the ants and sugar and them carrying sugar. It was just so very descriptive and beautiful. And this ad, I think when I had saw this ad, they were like maybe 500 followers. And I think within 24 hours, they had like over 2,000 followers just because of this ad. And that was like, this is like, when marketing and design are working hand in hand and a designer is really interpreting your copy and design is helping with, audience engagement and getting people to like know more about your product. So this actually made me want to know the product a bit more. So yeah. Then this is my favorite. I think this is also like down to like ads that I like campaigns that I like. I really liked this one. Let me just play it. Inspired. Such good copy. Such good copy. Such good copy. Like inspired is fine, but orchestrated is better. Who thinks of this? Oh my goodness. And so down to like creative videos that I liked. So first, if you are a fan of Severance, you've seen the movie, you'd really get this ad by
Place like
Notion.
Lumen Industries, clarity is hard to come by, and the employees work, but aren't sure exactly what they're doing. Now, imagine if they had Notion. Notion is the connected workspace that brings all your work, notes, tasks, documents, wikis into one place. It's beautifully designed, super customizable, and actually helps people share information. Even departments as mysterious as O&D could collaborate with macrodata refinement without any unauthorized hallway excursions. With Notion's built-in AI, you can summarize meetings, draft documents, and instantly search your entire workspace.
It's
No
like,
more vague
it's such
memos
a
from upper
good, you
management
kind
or
of
digging
using
through endless files
culture
like
to
you're looking
create
for the
a
handbook on
good
waffle
ad
words.
advertising
You can view
for
your
your
projects as a
products.
table,
This is
board,
like
calendar,
a good
whatever works for your
example of it.
brain. It's flexible and it's
So let's see. So there's this, oh my God. So I saw this ad on LinkedIn. So they're basically like a B2B marketing agency, and they kind of like did this one on The Wolf of Wall Street, and this one is on Pulp Fiction. So let's look at it. So it's kind of like a parody, but like for marketing.
Okay, what you want to know?
Well, marketing is different in B2B, right?
Yeah, it's different. I mean, in B2B, you can't just go to a website and find the pricing. They want you to contact sales to get the pricing.
And those are sales representatives?
Yeah, it breaks down like this, okay? You get the buyer to browse your website, but in order to get the information they're looking for, they need to leave their contact details for some product demo or product sheet. Now that's considered a marketing qualified lead, but no pricing yet. After, they get a call from a sales development representative, and then if they're lucky, they get the pricing. But that doesn't matter because, get a load of this, marketing is judged not by sales generated, but by marketing qualified leads generated.
Oh man, I'm going. That's all there is to it. I'm fucking going.
I know, baby, you dig it the most. But you know what the funniest thing about B2B is?
What?
It's the little differences. I mean, they got the same shit over there as they got here, but that's just a little different.
Example?
You can walk into a B2B company and they run all kinds of campaigns, but they don't care about awareness. They don't understand a prospect needs to know you before they can buy from you. And do you know what they actually call marketing in B2B?
They don't call it marketing?
No, man, it's B2B. They gotta come up with some fancy shit.
Then what do they call it?
They call it demand generation.
Demand generation.
That's right.
What do they call branding?
Branding is branding, but they call it brand marketing.
Brand marketing.
That's right.
What do they call it?
So good, so good, so good. Oh my God. So everybody knows this, what's it called? The Coldplay incident that happened. So this is like
your interest in astronomer.
Good,
Hi, I'm Gwyneth Paltrow. I've been hired on a very temporary basis to speak on behalf of the 300 plus employees at Astronomer. Astronomer has gotten a lot of questions over the last few days, and they wanted me to answer the most common ones. Yes, Astronomer is the best place to run Apache Airflow, unifying the experience of running data, ML, and AI pipelines at scale. We've been thrilled so many people have a newfound interest in data workflow automation. As for the other questions we've received, yes, there is still room available at our Beyond Analytics event in September. We will now be returning to what we do best, delivering game-changing results for our customers. Thank you for your interest in Astronomer.
so good. So good. This was like the best period crisis management video I have seen. Like how they use it to kind of like spotlight their company and what they do. Because it had people asking, okay, what does Astronomer actually do besides the incident that happened? And then now, people expected them to now have, the regular videos where they apologize and say this does happen to manage the crisis. But instead they used it to take the attention away from the incident that happened. And then back at their company and what it does. So I also liked this video from Emma Chamberlain about her coffee. It's had this nostalgia thing. It's kind of felt like,
They say it's about the journey, not the catch.
Yeah.
But them folks, they don't know nothing about fishing. Fishermen, they're a breed of their own. The sea don't owe you nothing, and you stopped expecting favors a long time ago. But still you cast, because that's what you do. You cast, you wait. You start wondering if the ocean's just yanking your chain. Then one day, you feel it, a bite. And just when you're sure you've wrangled Moby frickin' Dick, out pops a salt-crusted bag of Chamberlain coffee. Ain't what you had in mind.
I got something!
But somehow, it's just what you need.
Really, and it was like a collaboration with Pinterest, which was something I found fascinating because I was like, okay, what's like the value add for Pinterest? But I read up about it, and apparently, because she was able to like create pins of her outfits and also created a lot of like salesmen aesthetic. I think it was like a trend on Pinterest. So she created this. A lot of people saved those pins, and it's kind of like, I guess, encourage usage on Pinterest. Because like, oh, this is really fascinating. Why is Pinterest like collaborating with Emma Chamberlain for her coffee? So yeah, I really liked the ad. Another campaign I like. So I'm a big fan of Morning Brew, and I usually like their videos. So let's see.
Put me down. Wait, put me down. Hey, Tessa Apple, what's up?
They're holding you up? Without us?
I know usually it's the Mag 7, but really these 5 are the only ones holding me up.
Oh.
Yeah, I think right now it's not me, it's you. I think maybe if you work on yourself a little bit, I have to get back to these guys. You understand.
Okay. Yeah.
So basically, at that time, I think Telsa and Apple stocks were down, and they needed a way to like explain it to people in a way that was easy to understand. And I think this video does like a good job of doing that. And I think that's also like why I like their videos, because also learning about stocks and just like things that are generally a bit technical, they know how to use relatable things to like explain it. So next one is from Chowdeck. So Chowdeck's this thing is a good example of how you can use case studies. That case studies doesn't have to be boring. So basically the idea was
Hi, my name is Femi Aluko, and I am the CEO and co-founder of Chowdeck. I am here today at Amokeoge to deliver a special package to her and celebrate a significant milestone with her. Amoke recently crossed 500,000 deliveries on Chowdeck, and Amoke is the first woman-led business to hit this milestone. I am so excited, especially because
they also have
Amoke
another one they did with Corredo pasta. So I like that they did these interviews with their early customers. Then 2, it helped them kind of like show growth from when these businesses got in Chowdeck to their progress now. And I like that they used their CEO for this video to make sure it was emotionally charged,
very early vendors. Actually, I met Corey before Chowdeck even started. When Chowdeck was still an idea,
kind of like
Corey was one of the first people I ran the idea by here in
feel like
and today,
this is how
exactly 3+ years later,
powers the growth of
Corey
business
just crossed 1 billion naira in processed sales on Chowdeck. Corey, how does it feel?
Very happy. I didn't know it was going to be this big.
Okay, I really liked this one because it's special to me. Most times you don't see people going to the East to do, and this is another example of case study. So this like I had like an actual written case study, and there's not like a video case study to promote it. And I really liked it that they actually went to the market to
we
speak
set out to
to
understand how
their
payments work
actual
in West Africa's
customers.
largest market. We came with a few ideas, but not
I
quite
really
prepared us
liked
for what
it.
we found.
It feels very Nigerian.
I married in the year 1994, and that was when I joined my husband.
And they use Igbo
That
songs
was
as
a
well.
long time ago. When Mem Market is still Mem Market, it was the highest market in West Africa.
Every other African countries are coming up for business.
Plenty
Feels
of them
like
they used to come to
watching
market
Lion
and
Heart,
they
I
come with
guess.
cash. So before 10 o'clock in the morning, like a single don't hold like 10 million naira cash.
I served my uncle from the I picked my junior one. I've settled almost 15 boys.
I was having challenging moments before I started using money point.
The bit of cash is too troublesome.
First time I went to Lagos, I carried 3 million in cash.
Sometimes armed robbers will attack them.
I feel like I'll continue watching this. It's really good. And my absolutely favorite. How I even discovered this ad. I think a friend had sent it to me on Instagram. And I now went to go look at their other videos. So basically, they're a restaurant. But I think they're an Italian restaurant. But I like how they advertise things on their menu down to the restaurant. It doesn't feel like they're, actually advertising the restaurant. It's like a good example of showing and not telling. And it's really at the end of the video, you now see that, oh, this is for a restaurant. Oh, this is what they're advertising. Let's see. Okay.
All right. For those who don't know me, I'm the groom's best man. Speech, okay. Well, I'll speak a little about the night Dan and Henrietta first met. Because I was actually there. It was at that place in Carlton, Caprica, the Italian restaurant. Dan and I went for a little bite and some drinks, Negronis and the like, when all of a sudden Dan bumps me and says, holy mackerel, check her out. I turn around and have a look. They were sharing some garlic chili prawns with an antipasto, plain, and a bowl of red. Actually, we ordered some of those too. And then we split a puttanesca pizza, actually. So good, the cheese, my God. I was like, how about we get a pasta to share? We ended up with spaghetti and meatballs and the lamb shoulder rack. It was so good. The meatball had this texture.
All right, that's no speech. Yeah, thank you.
Have you ever got
Hey, all
right. Another one that I like.
Seen him? No. Hangs out at Caprica a lot. I said I've never seen him. Always starts with a cheeky Americano, then orders himself a plethora of starters. A what? A plethora of starters. Antipasto plate, buffalo mozzarella. The bastard even gets his goddamn delicious goddamn olives dead. All right. Maybe I have seen him. Have you tried him? What? The olives. Have you ever tried him? No. Oh, you have to try him. All right. Promise me. Promise what? Promise you'll try him. Okay, sure. I promise. Happy? Good. Can I leave now? One last thing. What? Promise you'll try the gnocchi too. I promise! I'm looking for this guy. Have you seen him?
Yeah. So that's all for videos that I like. And there's email campaigns that I like. So I'm a big fan of Posthug, the marketing. So I like that they did this email newsletter where they said, I think they were trying to promote a launch or something. So they basically said, oh, this is a boring marketing email. It feels gross, but sometimes we have to do the marketing thing. So they were basically telling people about some of the features they had. And it was such a good, subject line. I also liked this one from Bofra where they send to inactive customers. So if you've been inactive for a while, they just send you and say, oh, you haven't used Buffer since your last payment, so you're not going to charge you for a product you're not using. We'll be canceling your subscription, And yeah, so I liked it. And I think another one I like was this Super Parts email. So basically, Super Parts is like a community for content marketers or people generally marketing. So they have a newsletter that they send, I think, weekly. So I really liked this particular edition of the newsletter because it talked about how to ask for feedback as a marketer especially. And I really liked it. And yeah. So down to events that I liked. So I liked this. I've talked about it on my channel before when I went to the artwork events, which was really small. And I like that it allows people to have very intimate conversations that were unfiltered. I liked that. And it was a good strategy to also talk about the show. I also like when Paystack, I'm a huge Paystack fan girly, where they talked about this app launch and how they did it. So basically, they kind of did this first teaser or something is coming, and then they had a live event to launch which had
Hi, my
a
name is
lot of
Fikayo
views on
Silva.
YouTube.
My name is Lady.
My name
So
is
I
David
really liked the
Ozulami.
My name
event.
is
I didn't
Miwade.
attend,
My name
but I
is
liked
Great
it.
Kelechi Okazim. Today
I
I am
attended
at the
online.
exact presentation of their new product called Zap.
So yeah, and that's all for my wrap for the first half of the year. So if this, I don't know, does well, I might just do another for the second half of the year. So I usually know this is like my first time doing this video, but I would like to end this video with something I guess I would want to do in subsequent videos where I spotlight a brand that I think is doing great with marketing. So one of my friends told me about this brand that just opened up in Lagos. It's called Dough Pizza Bar. And basically what I like about them is they're also showing and not telling with their brand. And when you look at like stuff on their page, like the content, it doesn't feel like they are trying to, say, oh, come on, buy a pizza. A pizza is so amount, but actually like telling you story, even down from like the story highlights on Instagram to what they actually put out on the page is very intentional, and they actually just it feels like a breath of fresh air. To be honest, you don't usually see restaurants, do marketing that way. That is not always in your face. It's like warm and okay. They actually deem branding right. So yeah, that's all for today. I really liked doing this. I really even liked the whole process of, going back to look at all the brands and campaigns I like and compiling them. I really enjoyed it, and I hope you do enjoy it too. And share, like, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Bye.